New Zealand police officer killed by a criminal act in the line of duty. She was the first female. Lynn made the ultimate sacrifice, and this will never be forgotten. Thank you. I'd just like to call on the family.
So my name is Jo, and I'm Lynn's younger sister. I'd like to speak on behalf of the Fleming family, my sister Carol, my brother Woody, Mum and Dad. The manner in which Lynn died was nothing short of barbaric. I sat in court every day listening and watching to the most horrendous evidence. We were woken up New Year's Day to the most heartbreaking news any family could receive. The trip from Wellington to Nelson was the longest I have ever had. We knew it wasn't going to be a happy ending, but we cannot thank the first responders and hospital staff enough. We know how hard you battled to keep Lynn alive so we could say goodbye. My darling dad passed away in February. For the last year of his life, he was heartbroken after losing his second-born daughter. I promised my dad I would carry the torch and attend court every day on his behalf. I fulfilled my promise to you, Dad, and we got the result you so desperately wanted. Jeff, Leanne, and the entire investigation team, I know this one cut deep, but we know the effort and endless hours you have all put in to get this result, and for this we thank you. To the witnesses who had the courage to relive quite probably the worst night of their lives, our family thanks you for your bravery. To our family liaison officer Kyle, you've been with us from day one for our tears, our heartache and our questions. We cannot thank you enough. We cannot imagine the toll this has taken on you personally, as Lynn was a dear colleague of yours. We will be forever grateful. Lynn, you should have been able to live out your retirement with your beautiful grandson, wander the hills of your beloved Howard Valley now together, Lynn and Dad. We miss you and love you both so much. You can finally rest in peace. Thank you. Good.
Kia ora everybody. My name is Aaron Olsen. With me is my father, Bryn, and my sister, Raina. We are the children and the husband of Lyn Fleming. The 1st of January 2025 was the hardest day our family has ever had to live through. Sitting at Mum's bedside, watching the person we loved slowly slip away from the world. The second hardest day has been every day since then. But I don't want what I have to say today to be about the pain that we've been through. I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody for everything that they've done from the moment that it happened until now, and for everything that comes after. For all of the members of the public that leapt into action to do everything they could to save her, to the first responders, to the members of the police team that did everything that they could, both to contain the situation and since then to hold the person that did it responsible. We thank you. Nothing that has happened today will bring our mum, our partner, our sibling back to us. In that, I don't think I can honestly say that we have seen justice, but today we have seen accountability. And for that, we are eternally grateful to the prosecution team, to everybody that did everything they could to get us the result that we've seen today. In particular, I do want to thank all of the police staff that worked the case, those that gave evidence, and again, the members of the public and the first responders that also gave evidence in this trial that helped us to get the result that we've now received. Your work has brought, if not closure, then the peace of knowing that we can move on from this moment and deal with everything that comes after. In particular, I want to thank District Commander Tracy Thompson for her steadfast support of the family, in Commissioner Chambers, we have wanted for nothing in terms of support, and that is a credit to these people and the uniform that they represent. On behalf of the three of us here, and for my nephew, Lord Manaya, we thank you all for that.
Good evening. I am Senior Sergeant Adam Ramsay. I want to take this opportunity today to give my thanks and recognise the efforts of my Nelson Bay's police whānau and the wider New Zealand police whānau. On the 1st of January, the staff that were with me experienced one of the worst days in their job. In those most challenging circumstances, they cared for their colleague who was severely injured and eventually passed, Lyn Fleming. They looked after me to the best of their ability. They cared for Constable Gemma Radcliffe. They cared for Tasman, a member of the public who came to our assistance. The investigation team then picked up from there, worked diligently through the rest of the night while we were recuperating in hospital and while Lynn's family were saying their farewells. From there, the investigation team has worked tirelessly, and the result today is a testament to all those who are involved, the quality of work they put in, the tenacity they have shown to get us to this point, and I am deeply grateful to them and all of my police colleagues. I want to echo the sentiment of how thankful I am to our District Commander, Tracy Thompson, to my Area Commander, Inspector Steve Collins, and all of the police that rallied around me, Bryn, Aaron, Raina, and the extended family to support them in their loss. I am always grateful to wear this uniform. I continue to be proud to wear the uniform, and I look forward to many more years in the job, and I'm lucky for that. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, evening. So probably the best way to sum up today is a profound sense of relief, and to acknowledge the verdict today. And Bryn, Raina, Aaron, I know I've said this a few times, and I know the country has been trying to share and carry that pain with you, but you are really the only ones that understand what you've had to go through. I do want, Adam, I want to acknowledge you, mate. I think that the way that you have focused on your recovery and getting back in the blue uniform that you love and back in the station, don't underestimate the huge positive psychological impact and effect that had on the rest of the team. I want to acknowledge all of the staff in Tasman that have had to deal with this as well, and Tracy for your leadership, which quite simply has been outstanding. Every day has felt like a year to get to this point. I want to acknowledge the investigation team and everything that you have put into this. Huge respect for what you've done. On the night, I want to acknowledge all the police staff that went to the aid of Lynn and Adam. I want to acknowledge the FEN staff that were also very quickly on the scene. And I want to make a special acknowledgement of the ED and medical staff at the Nelson Hospital that fought hard for Lynn and provided that immediate medical care for Adam. It has had a massive impact on us as a country, and I just want to say thank you to everyone around the country that has sent messages of support over the last 13 or 14 months. And finally to the community in Nelson who rallied around and without a doubt has supported the family and the police family since we've had to deal with this. Kyle, our police liaison officers are quite simply world class, and without a doubt you feel like you're part of the family in terms of the support that you've been given. And I can say that we've had the tragedy in the Mount and Welcome Bay that we had to deal with too, and our liaison officers, the role they play is so critically important. So thank you for what you've done. And I'll finish it there and go to any questions that you might have for us.
As Adam mentioned, and as became very obvious in the trial, this has had a profound impact on obviously many people, but also a lot of very young new constables. We heard of one that was just a month into the job that night. How are they coping?
Yeah, I mean, Tracy might might want to speak to that. I mean, of course, from the information that I've seen, a month into the job, the response that they made on the night was quite simply outstanding. And like I said, I think too, of course, it's going to have a massive impact when they lose someone with Lynn's experience. She was someone that mentored a lot of the young police officers in the station. She was highly respected, not just in the police but in the community that she served. And like I said, I think that probably the one thing that helped is seeing Adam recover quickly and get back in the blue uniform and get back with that team in Nelson. But Mike, if you want to make any other comments on that.
I think it's been said, it's had a profound effect on the staff in Tasman, but right across the country, and that's something that we will not forget.
No.